Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed dreamers, and devoted followers of the truest love stories of our time, welcome back to Mr. Magazine. You have tuned into the only frequency that matters, the frequency of the heart. Here, we do not merely report the news, we feel it, we breathe it, and we dissect the beautiful, chaotic symphony of human connection that plays out under the spotlight. Tonight, we are gathering around the digital campfire to discuss a moment that has already etched itself into the annals of entertainment history. It is a story that transcends the boundaries of a typical celebrity sighting or a red carpet photo op. We are talking about a revelation. We are talking about the night Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş, the stars who captured our imaginations in blood flowers, decided to stop acting and start confessing. But they didn't use a press release. They didn't use a lawyer or a manager. They used the oldest, most primal language known to humanity in music. This wasn't just a performance, it was a soul-bearing. It was the moment where the whispers of a secret relationship transformed into a roar of melody. If you have ever believed that love is a song waiting to be sung, then you are in the right place. But before we step into that dimly lit hall and relive every second of their duet, I have a small request. If you want to be part of a community that values depth, emotion, and the truth behind the headlines, please smash that subscribe button right now. Join us. And for those of you who want to support independent, high-caliber storytelling, the Join button is your gateway to the inner circle of Mr. Magazine. Your support allows us to keep the lights on and the stories coming. Don't forget to like this video to help spread the love, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Now, let us lower the lights and raise the curtain on the night everything changed. The entertainment world is no stranger to shock, to scandal, or to the carefully orchestrated surprises that feel more like marketing strategies than genuine moments. But every once in a blue moon, something happens that feels unscripted, raw, and undeniably real. Last night was one of those nights. The buzz began the moment Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş arrived at the venue. For a long time, this famous couple has preferred to keep their relationship shrouded in a veil of privacy, a secret garden that they tended to away from the prying eyes of the paparazzi. They were the couple that everyone knew about, yet no one really knew. But as they walked through the doors last night, there was a shift in the air. A static charge. A sense that the veil was about to be lifted. The surprise duet came at a moment no one expected. The event was proceeding as usual. Speeches, awards, polite applause, when suddenly, the program shifted. The announcer didn't promise a spectacle, they simply announced two names. As Yağmur and Barış took the stage, hand in hand, a hush fell over the room. It wasn't the silence of boredom, it was the silence of anticipation, the kind of heavy, thick silence that foreshadows a storm. The lights dimmed, casting the hall into a soft, intimate twilight, effectively shrinking the world until it consisted only of the two figures on stage and the microphone they shared. The song they chose, or rather, the song they gifted us, was titled You Are My Only Love, Benim Tek Aşkım Sen. From the very first chord, it was clear that this was not a cover. This was not a karaoke gimmick. This was an original, a piece of art carved from their own experiences. As the music began, Barış Baktaş was the first to break the silence. His voice, deep, serene, and resonant with a quiet strength, laid the foundation of the melody. It was the voice of a man who is sure of his path. And then, like a gentle breeze weaving through a strong oak tree, Yağmur Yüksel's voice joined him. Her performance was soft, emotive, and laced with a vulnerability that was almost painful to witness. Together, they didn't just sing a song, they told a story. Their voices complemented each other perfectly, his depth providing the earth, her lightness providing the sky. The lyrics were poignant, poetic, and unmistakably personal. Phrases about loyalty, about the sanctity of trust, and the dream of growing old side by side resonated through the hall. For the audience, this wasn't just a romantic ballad, it was a romantic allusion to the couple's real-life relationship. It was a musical confession. Yağmur's stage presence was a study in elegance. She stood with a grace that captivated every eye, but it was the emotion in her eyes that truly stole the show. They glistened with unshed tears, revealing just how meaningful this performance was to her. This was not a role. This was Yağmur. On the other side of the microphone, Barış couldn't take his eyes off her. His occasional smiles, soft, private, and incredibly tender, touched the hearts of everyone in the audience. It was as if, for those 3 minutes, they forgot there was an audience at all. They never took their eyes off each other. It was a conversation between two souls, and we were just lucky enough to overhear it. I have to pause here because I am feeling the emotion just retelling this. I want to ask you, the Mr. Magazine family, do you think music is the most honest way to express love? Have you ever had a song that said what you couldn't say? I want to hear your stories in the comments. What is your "You Are My Only Love" song? And while you are down there sharing your hearts, please remember that liking this video helps us find other romantics who need this story. If you are loving this deep dive, check out our membership perks via the "To Join" button. We have some special content planned for our true fans. In the age of digital immediacy, a moment like this cannot remain contained within four walls. Guests, realizing they were witnessing history, pulled out their cell phones. Within seconds, snippets of the performance were flying across the internet. The video went viral faster than you can say true love. Thousands of people shared it within minutes, and the comments section became a global support group for romantics. "This is true love," one user wrote. "My only love is you isn't just a song, it's a vow," wrote another. For many fans, this performance was the confirmation they had been waiting for. It was a vindication. The themes of the song mirrored exactly what the couple had hinted at in obscure interviews: the importance of a partner who is also a sanctuary. Therefore, the performance was considered much more than just a simple show in the world of celebrity gossip. It was interpreted as one of the most intimate, unfiltered revelations about their private life to date. When the song ended, the hall erupted. It wasn't polite applause. It was a standing ovation, a collective release of breath from an audience that had been holding it for 3 minutes. The couple gave a brief, humble speech before leaving the stage. Yağmur, her voice slightly trembling, commented that this song was very special to them. Barış, ever the rock, stated that expressing their feelings through music brought them indescribable happiness. These simple words made the performance even more meaningful. It confirmed that this wasn't a PR stunt. It was a personal milestone. Rumor has it that even some of the hardened industry veterans in the front row were moved to tears. But the repercussions of the evening didn't stop when the curtain fell. In fact, what happened backstage is just as much a topic of conversation as the performance itself. We have gathered intel from the shadows of the wings, and it paints a picture of intense emotional release. According to reliable rumors, the moment Yağmur and Barış stepped off the stage and out of the public eye, they didn't high-five or check their phones. They collapsed into each other. Yağmur reportedly hugged Barış for a long time, burying her face in his shoulder. It was a hug of relief, of pride, and of overwhelming love. Even close friends who were waiting in the wings to congratulate them reportedly held back. They kept their distance out of respect for this special, fragile moment. Those who witnessed the scene whispered that the couple's bond has grown much stronger and deeper lately. This wasn't the chemistry of co-stars, this was the bond of life partners. And then there is the origin story of the song itself. This is the detail that adds a layer of myth to the reality. Gossip circles are buzzing with the revelation that "You Are My Only Love" was not written by a team of songwriters in a studio. It began as a poem. A poem written by one of them for the other. Rumors vary on who the author was, during a time of separation or intense emotion. This poem was then set to music, transformed from ink on paper to notes in the air, and kept secret between the two of them for a long time. It was their private anthem, their secret code. This detail explains why the performance felt so genuine. They weren't singing lyrics, they were singing their own history. Listeners commented that the lyrics exuded lived experiences, devoid of any artificial emotion. Social media, naturally, was ablaze with excitement. The fan base of Blood Flowers, Kaan Sisakleri, known for their passionate dedication, immediately began comparing the pair's harmony on stage to the chemistry they displayed as Dylan and Baron. But the consensus was that this was different. This was better. Seeing them together wasn't enough, now they're singing together too, became one of the most shared phrases of the night. The duo quickly entered the trending charts, dominating the conversation not just in Turkey, but globally. Some fans are already speculating that this performance could be a harbinger of their return to television together. The chemistry is too potent to waste, they argue. But others feel this was a way of separating the actors from the characters, a way of saying, "This is us, not Dylan and Baron." We have also learned about the preparation that went into this night. According to sources close to Yağmur, the beautiful actress did not take this lightly. She prepared for this performance for weeks, taking singing lessons to ensure her voice could match the emotion she felt. She was reportedly quite nervous before going on stage, terrified of hitting a wrong note in such a vulnerable moment. This is where Barış's role as a partner truly shines. It is rumored that during rehearsals, he was the calming force. He constantly joked with Yağmur to break the tension, making her laugh when she wanted to panic. And right before they walked out, he reportedly grabbed her hand and encouraged her with a sentence that deserves to be in a movie: "This song is our story anyway, even if we make mistakes, nobody will care." That permission to be imperfect, that focus on the story rather than the performance, is likely what gave her the courage to shine. Celebrities who attended the event were also full of praise. Some emphasized that this duet was not only a romantic moment but also an opportunity for the audience to truly connect with the people behind the fame. Industry insiders noted that it is not easy to bring one's private life to the stage so openly and emotionally in the ruthless world of celebrity gossip. By taking this step, Yağmur and Barış distinguished themselves as authentic. Following the duet, a new question has begun circulating in the gossip columns: is this song a harbinger of an album or a new project? Although no official statement has been released yet, Yağmur and Barış's bold decision to showcase their musical interests has sparked wild speculation. Could we be seeing a joint album? A musical series? Or simply a single released on digital platforms? Their fans are eagerly awaiting a studio recording of "You Are My Only Love." The moments the couple was photographed leaving the venue also generated a lot of buzz. They left as they arrived, hand in hand. But something was different. When reporters fired questions at them, "When is the wedding? Is an album coming? Was that poem for her?" They didn't stop to give sound bites. They simply smiled. But it wasn't a dismissive smile, it was a smile of contentment. Even that silence spoke volumes. According to gossip columnists, the couple now prefers to share their feelings when the time is right rather than hide their relationship or over-explain it. "You Are My Only Love" is the clearest, most romantic expression of this new philosophy. They are controlling the narrative by being the only ones telling it. All these events have proven once again that Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş are not just a ship or a fictional pairing. They are two souls who nourish each other. That brief performance on stage has become a memory that will be talked about for a long time, watched repeatedly on YouTube, and perhaps even remembered years later as the moment they truly let us in. It seems this love story will continue not only on screen, especially after their massive success in Blood Flowers, but also in song lyrics, in shared silences, and in the quiet moments backstage that we don't get to see. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for joining us for this special report on a night of musical magic. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to Mr. Magazine and become part of our family. Your support means everything. And don't forget the join button for exclusive access to our team. Until next time, keep listening to the music of love, and keep watching Mr. Magazine. Goodbye.